This is the podcast, not an interview. This is a conversation. No gimmicks, just reasons. 84 reasons. Come holler at me. What up, everybody? I am being true. This is 84 Reasons, no games, no gimmicks, just reasons. But today, man, we got a cat all the way from the West Coast. We talking about Los Angeles. I'm going to break down, because Los Angeles, for those of you who don't know, Los Angeles is a universe. I'm going to break down where he's actually from. Started off at Arizona, but made the right choice. Now with them Florida Gators, the great PJ Austin. What's going on with you there, PJ?
What's up, man? Nothing good. Appreciate you for having me.
Now, PJ, before we even get into it, what part of Los Angeles are you from? And I know it's a lot of different parts. What part you repping?
South Central.
So before we even get into the track, I mean, obviously, most of us, unfortunately, us Southerners, we see about South Central, Compton, Watts, Long Beach through movies. We ain't never really been out there. Man, is South Central really what they say it is? Or is it kind of, do people kind of like, sensationalize that thing some?
Yeah, it's what they say it is. It's like, it's considered the hood part of LA, but it ain't too bad, man. It's just some people do overhype it. If you ain't never been, you might overhype it, but it's not that bad though.
Now you a guy that obviously, I know in high school, Maricopa, track, basketball, football, but was track always the first love, or was it like, look, man, I'm just better than everybody out here. I'm blazing up the track because I do the 60, I do the 100, I do the long jump, and I do the 4x1. Was it always going to be track for you, or was that the direction that your life ended up going?
Yeah, it was just the direction my life ended up going. Actually, I played basketball all my life. I love basketball, and then I just tried football out in high school just to do it. Football, everybody liked football, so I just did it. But I ain't start track till my sophomore year. My basketball, my close friend, he kept asking me every day, come out. So I just got tired of him asking me. So I'm like, I'm finna just go out. I went out, start running 100, and I was like, I think I can get used to track.
What was it? What is that like though? Your friend, think about this. He know we like, look, PJ, come on out here with me, see if you like it. Not only do you like it, you beating everybody. You beating your homie that asked you to come out there. How was that transition to saying, was the 100 your first sport on the track? Because there's so many events. Was it your first event on the track? And what made you really fall in love with it?
Yeah, the 100 was my first event. I went out there. I was like, I want to run. I only knew about the 100. That's the only thing I knew about track. I was like, I'm finna do the 100. Everybody say, if you fast, do the 100. So I was doing the 100. And then I looked over to the long jump pit. And I asked him, I said, what they doing over there? And he was like, that's called long jump. I was like, you see how far you can jump? And he was like, yeah. I was like, that look easy. And he said, I never forget that he said, it's not as easy as it looks. So I went over there. I'm like, man, forget what you talking about. I went over there to the coach. I'm like, I'm finna try this. He's like, don't hurt yourself. So I just went back and just ran down and jumped. I ain't know what I was doing. I landed on my feet. Everybody land on your butt. You're supposed to land on your butt. I landed on my feet. I think I jumped like 19-1. I think he was like, we're going to work with you. He's like, oh, yeah, we're going to work with you. So from there, I just started jumping. So then I started doing both at that point.
So wait a minute. So to put that in perspective for those of you incredible listeners, PJ ain't never ran track. He goes out there at the 100 and sees the long jump, saying, what is that? Your first jump ever in your life was 19 feet?
Yeah, like landed.
and the best your coach would say, yeah, we can work with that. Your coach went back and said, I got a dude jump. Remember the football guy, the basketball guy? Yeah, PJ. He just jumped to 19. He jumped to 19 and landed on his feet. What? Yeah, PJ like, look, man, I ain't with that getting dirty stuff, homeboy. I'm gonna jump on my feet, land on my feet. But and then the thing is, right, when you talk about track is one of those sports to where, man, you could become an Olympian. While you in college and you guys get to see all these great athletes. What did track? Because a lot of times the people hear track. What did track done for you outside of the sport that only it could have done?
Yeah, I think it just let me travel to places I didn't think I'd ever go, and then also meeting other great athletes, like, and hearing their stories and their background. So it's like just the meeting the people and then the traveling to places I didn't think I'd travel.
Now, PJ, out of high school, man, you go to Arizona, which is, it's still, out there kind of like in the West, and then you go from that. So you've been in the West your whole life. You go from that to Gainesville, to where I know Arizona's hot. I ain't taking nothing away from the Arizona heat.
Yeah.
But that humidity in Gainesville, what was the biggest difference coming from the west to the east?
Yeah, I say the humidity and like the tree, all the trees and the nature. You know, we don't got. I mean, we got trees, of course, but it don't look like this though. That was probably the biggest change, just getting used to the humidity. I'm out there at practice and I'm sweating and I just started warming up, stuff like that.
Now, PJ, in 2020, outdoor was canceled because of COVID. What was that? Obviously, everything is shut down, but what was that like for you? Because when it comes to track, you training all the time. Whether I got to meet, don't got to meet, man, staying in shape was about getting out there. What was that like going through a full outdoor season with no track?
It was really hard at first. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was still at Arizona at the time, but like I knew I wanted to transfer. So I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. If I should transfer now, or should I just wait? So I ended up just I started doing like home workouts. Like, you know, I couldn't go to the gym or nothing. So I'm doing push-ups and sit-ups every day. Got the little pull-up bar on the door. I'm doing all of that. And then I just decided to enter the portal while like quarantine like actually hit. Like when it first hit, I just decided to enter the portal. Transfer portal.
Talking with PJ Austin. I mean, what? 60-meter, 100-meter long jump. I don't even know if you've ever tried a triple jump. If he does, look out, because he's coming for that too. A part of the historic, world-renowned 4x1 at the University of Florida. If you don't know, you need to get to know. But also a part of that, if I'm not mistaken, that outdoor national champion did the sweep, right? Male, women, and men with the sweep in the outdoors.
Yeah.
But you talk about that mindset. You said during COVID, I couldn't go to the gym. But you said, I'm doing push-ups, I'm doing sit-ups, I'm doing, pull-ups every day. Where does that mindset come from? Because the thing about you athletes in track, I mean, you guys are not the biggest people. Y'all have 0% body fat. Y'all got to drink water. Y'all got to have water IVs when y'all sleep because y'all all muscle. Where did that mindset come from? I'm saying, look, man, if I can get on the track, but I know it's going to come quicker than I think, I got to keep myself ready.
Right. It's just like what I be thinking if I don't do nothing or if I go a whole day without doing anything, somebody out there working harder than me. That's how I feel. So if I'm not doing nothing, somebody out there doing something to beat me at the end of the day, and I'm like, I ain't gonna let nobody beat me without a fight. So I start doing my own stuff. I start going to the I was living at these apartment complexes. We had volleyball courts. I'm going in the sand and start doing some sand drills. I'm trying to do everything I can to stay fit. But that's just the mindset, man. If you're not working, somebody out there working, and they coming to take your spot or your money, however you want to look at it.
Talking with PJ Austin. This is 84 Reasons. No games, no gimmicks, just reasons. Not my reasons, just reasons. We're going all the way to the West Coast, all the way back to the East. The homie PJ, that's PJAI. For those of you who don't know, it ain't just a P and a J. Put some respect on this man's name. But PJ, you do a lot of events, and I know the mindset is different. 60, I mean, it happens so fast. They blow. I mean, as soon as they blow the gun, it's over with. Then you go from that to the 100, a little bit longer. Then you got the long jump, and you got the 4x1. What is your mindset with having so many events that you excel at?
Really is just stay hydrated and execute at a high level. You know, when you go to a different event, you really got to try to change your brain a little bit. When I'm in the 60, I'm thinking I got to get out because that's the whole race really in the 60. If you don't get out, you getting left. That's all it is. In 100, I'm thinking I got to get out and hold it, stand up and hit it again. You know, I'm just talking to myself little things. In a long jump, that's really I really love jumping. For the people that don't know, I really love long jump. But long jump is just it's different. It's just go out there and get off the board, get the people to show, I get the clap going, get excited, just go have fun really. In every event, I just want to have fun and execute at a high level.
In the indoors, you jumped a 26-1, 26 feet. I mean, you flying in the air. Like if somebody just stop it, you flying it. What is that feeling? Listen, way back in the day, not to give myself any credit because I'm not, I'm not comparing me to you, PJ, but way back in the day when I did run track, when I was much smaller, much faster, not as fast as you, I did the long jump, and I know it's all about the approach, man. The faster I can get down, the faster I can get down in, I want to get a good mark. I want my foot right there at this qualification, but right there behind it. But right. I ain't jumping no 26. What is that like jumping 26 feet? Because I heard as jumpers, y'all can tell when you hit it. Like it's like I always say this with a jumper. When y'all land, y'all don't stay on the ground that long. When it's a big one, y'all jumping up looking like make sure. And when they say it's good, what is it like jumping almost 27 feet, man?
It's a great feeling. Actually, like I was in the air. I knew I jumped farther than I ever did in my life. I was in the air, and I was like going through my phases, and like I hit a point where I'm like, oh snap, like I'm still in the air, like so that was when I hit it, and like it kind of like messed me up because like I ain't never been that high in the air, so like I didn't even land like how I usually land. I just was like panicking and just sat down. And when I got out the pit, they got the numbers besides the board at this meet, so I'm looking, I see 26. I'm like, I think I just jumped 26. I'm like, hold on. And then when he said it, I started, in my mind, I'm going crazy, but, you know, I'm trying to keep my composure and stuff. So I just started clapping. But, no, it's a good feeling, though, man, when you, like, when you start seeing your work paying off and you get them PRs and them better jumps. It feel good, though.
PJ, what is it like being a track athlete at University of Florida? I know how legendary it is. I mean, Coach Mike Holloway, when I was there, he was an assistant. He hadn't become the head coach now. This dude is world renowned. I mean, he coached the recent Olympics. He was a freaking track coach, but you get a chance to get coached under him every single day, and he coached the men's and the women's. Man, what is it like having that guy as a coach?
It's great, you know, Coach Holloway, that's my guy, man. We really click, but now it's good because, you know, he got so much knowledge about the track world and every process. So when he says something to you, just got to really listen. So I just try to get better every day. He keep telling me, we had them little talks on the side, the talks before the meet. You know, he just wants you to execute at a high level. He just be preaching the same stuff inside of you, installing that winning mentality. And it's great. It's great to have somebody like that on your side when you out there finna go to war against other schools, as we call it.
And PJ, man, you got indoor, you got outdoor, you got relays, you got invitationals. Listen. I call Florida beat Oregon. Sorry, Oregon, but when Florida's out there, we just own the track out there. But you can do indoor and outdoor. How much better of an athlete does it make you? Because I heard, look, man, indoor the track ain't but 200, and the whole track is 200 meters, so everything is like more intact. But you seem to be a guy that thrives in both levels. I mean, I'm looking at this UF all-time 10 list. I mean, you number 4 in outdoor, in the 4x1. You number 9 in indoor and long jump. You number 10 tied the indoor with the 60. So, dude, you ain't even been here as long as these other ones. You already making the top 10 list in 3 different areas.
All right. Yeah, I like indoor. You know, indoor is just like, it's just a little tune-up for outdoor. You know, outdoor is the real, where it really get busy at. Everybody love outdoor because, you know, it's the real events, as they call it. No 60, you got the 100, you got relays now. You know, indoor don't got no relays. But, you know, I treat indoor as a little prep for outdoor, but I still take it serious, though. I still want to go to indoor nationals and showcase my talents and represent Florida. So I take indoor serious, and then outdoors, I feel like I'm just a whole different person. Like, I'm just unleashing everything. I just want to go crazy. Outdoors, everybody want to go crazy, and that's what we live for.
When I was in the NFL, man, I played with a couple of guys from the Bay. So they from NoCal. They from NoCal. And for people that don't know, NoCal and SoCal, same state, not the same culture at all. I'm talking about not like, listen, E40 and all that high feet, that's NoCal. But you from Southern California. When I say SoCal, man, the culture of Southern California and still maintaining that culture, because I know you get it. I mean, not the only, but you the realest representation of Southern California with the Gators. Man, what is it like? Because you like, look, man, we don't talk like y'all. We don't walk like y'all. But this is me. Talk about being able to maintain, who you are and where you from, even if you are on the East Coast.
Yeah, wherever you from, it go with you. Like, they say you can, they usually say you can take the hood out of a person, but you can't take the person, like you can. But yeah, it go with you wherever you go. My mom always told me, no matter how far you make it in life, never forget where you come from. So when I got here, I ain't changing nothing. I'm saying my little lingo and all that, and people looking at me like, what did you just say? And I got to explain it to them, and they putting me on their little lingo. So it was a cool exchange when I first got here. It's funny, but yeah, man, it feel good though. It feel a little weird sometimes. I still be, driving to campus and I'm looking around like, dang, it really look crazy. It feel like I'm on the other side of the world for real. It feel like I'm on the other side of the country because the scenery is just way different. But I enjoy it. I try to get out. I'm trying to get out and travel and see the world. So I enjoy it though. But yeah, I'm never gonna change though. I'm always gonna rep the West Coast, man.
Now, PJ, I got to ask, man. I mean, one thing about y'all West Coast, whether it's NoCal or SoCal, y'all know about, when it comes to like y'all music. Yeah, man, I know about who's good throughout, the U.S. But y'all know a cat that, look, man, I grew up with homie from like, when we was kids. And how much about that? Like, man, I introduced my teammates. This dude right here, he the next to blow. I know people, know about the big names, but the one thing I've always got when you come to a place like Florida, cats rep where they from, but they always know somebody. Listen, man, this dude is the next up. I know y'all know about Dre. I know y'all know about Snoop. I know y'all know about Game, but everybody know about them. This is my homie who he used to get in trouble in class, and he got some of the nicest lyrics. I mean, talk about the music scene, because the Florida music scene, I mean, I guess they still got Rick Ross. They still got certain people, but you go, yeah, that's cool and everything, homie. But we do it for like out west. I like most of the time, y'all cats won't say where you from. I said, man, I'm from out west. Now, where from? I'm from, South Central. Like I had a chance to run into Richard Sherman one time.
Yeah.
And people hear Stanford, people hear, Legion of Boom and All Pro. He said, no, man, I'm from Compton. Like it goes down for real. How do y'all boys maintain? Like, because the thing is, listen, man, I know what it's about. We ain't even gonna get into what it all the way is, because you're surrounded by a certain culture out there. But talk about the fact that there's an all PJ. We know who he is, so even though we do what we do out here, we protect him because he one of the ones that gonna get to represent us.
Yeah, no, it is like that. Like when you see somebody with a special talent, you want them to make it. Even if it's before you or it's your friend, you always want them to make it. That's why we be repping people so hard. When I came out here, I was putting my teammates and friends on to our music. I'm like, okay, y'all stuff is cool, but let me show you how. Let me show you what we listen to. And they, some of them like it, some of them you be like, what is that? Like, it sound weird. I ain't never heard that. Or some people just like it though. They like, oh yeah, I like Cali music, but yeah, I'm always gonna tell them like, yeah, this my friend. He do this, and he gonna be with me too. Like, he the next track dude that I know. But yeah, I always support people, man. And I say that too though. It's funny because I say that too. If people ask me where you from, I'll be like, I'm from the West. Or I'm from the West Coast. And they ask me where, then I'll be like Cali. Then they ask me where, I'll be like LA. Then they ask me what part of LA. So I just keep going in, but I'm gonna keep explaining it though. But no, it's cool though. It's just our culture, man. We love it out there,
And PJ, man, you mentioned earlier, man, you talked about your moms. I mean, most of the time when it comes to whatever we're doing in life, man, there's somebody in the background, whether our mom and dad or just our mom or just our dad, they always pushing us. Obviously, that's where we come from, so they're gonna see something different in us. But I don't know what goes into if I'm from the West, man, and I go to Arizona, but I'm about to leave everything I know, like everything I know and love. I'm going, yes, this is where I want to be, but it's like a foreign land. What was that conversation like with you and your mom saying, Mom, look, love you, love y'all, but I'm finna go to Gainesville, man. And mind you, and this is, and 2-part question. Talk about leaving the West, but people hear Florida, they hear Miami. I'm talking about the state and the city. They hear Tampa, they hear Jacksonville. That ain't Gainesville. You get to Gainesville, like, we got an airport, we got some place to eat, but it ain't as big as I thought it was gonna be. It's hot, but it's not as big as it look a little different now. But man, talk about what that conversation that went into going here and that conversation you had with your mom.
Yeah, when I told my mom, it was funny. I wasn't even thinking about going to Florida or coming to Florida when I entered the portal. I just wanted to go to the SEC because that's what people were telling me. That's where the big dogs at. I didn't think about Florida though. But once I started thinking about Florida, I'm like, oh yeah, they jump shoot. Like, I'm like, they actually jump shoot. And I started doing my research. I'm like, yeah, let me reach out to Florida. So we start talking. I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, I'm finna go to Florida. She was like, boy, what? I'm like, I'm finna go to Florida, like the Gators. She was like, that's a little too far, I think. Because, my mom really protective. Like, I'm her only son. So you know how moms get.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's too far. I'm like, no. I was like, I think that's the place for me. Like, I want to take my talents to the next level. I want to pursue a professional career in track and field. I was like, I think Florida going to get me there. So she was just like, at the end of the day, it's your career, it's your life. She was like, it's a little far from me, but she's like, I know you'll be able to handle yourself. So at first she was like, it's a little far, but at the end of the day, she was supportive of me then.
Talking with PJ Austin, 60-meter specialist, 100-meter specialist, long jump specialist, 4x1 specialist, but he represents the West. What West? Oh, you talking about the West Coast. Where in the West Coast? Oh, you talking about Cali. Where in Cali? Oh, LA. Where in LA? Oh, you talking about Compton. And it's going to go in that order, too. Like, you keep on that, and he might have 7 more questions if you keep asking him. But the one thing you just said is what Florida does. Florida propels people to the pros. I mean, I know Joseph Fumble later moved on. I mean, I seen Grant Holloway and what he's doing. But you got and this is not how you got the best coach to do. There isn't a track coach that lives, and take nothing away from Carl Lewis. that is more popular than Miles. Because Miles, like, look, dude, we get it in down here. And the best competition in the world, taking it away from the Pac-12, Big 10, Big 12, ACC. Was that the deciding factor, though? You be like, look, man, I'm trying to go to the next level. And I keep on seeing this dude, Mike Holloway, pop up. Every time I talk to somebody, I say, dude, you got a chance to go with Mike, you go with Mike, bro. Because if that dude say do it, because he know he got the magic touch.
Yeah. I really, Coach Mouse and all the other coaching staff, Coach P and Coach Welty, I was looking up all of that. I was doing my research, and I was like, they actually got a super solid squad over there for coaches. And I already knew about Coach Mouse and what he's done before, like coaching the Olympic team and all that. So I knew if I went there, I really have a chance of being a part of something special. I seen all the athletes come before me, and I was 2019 Outdoor Nationals. I was at the meet when they broke the 4x1 record. I was there with Arizona, so I seen that, and I was like, they doing something different over there. I was like, I think I need to be a part of that. But yeah, the coaching staff was definitely a big factor in my decision, man. I just wanted to better myself, and I felt like Florida was the best option for me.
Name and image likeness. You are obviously you benefited from right now. You on here, 84 Reasons, for Gators Collective, Eddie Rojas, Jen, and everybody. What is that like? Because the main thing, it went on when I was at Florida. People hear, oh man, PJ, man, I know you good. You in college. You're like, what you mean I'm good? Like, yeah, I don't got to pay for my room. I don't got to pay for my books. But bro, ain't no bread coming through here. And that's the biggest misconception about big time athletics and big time programs. Oh man, he good. They go, yeah, in a sense, yeah, I'm taken care of. But bro, I can't eat no books. God forbid my lady has to go to the movie. You like, well, you working? Because it's gonna be talk about being able to say, hey man, my name as a brand with the brand of University of Florida, but people know who PJ Austin is as a brand name to go along with Florida. Talk about being able to benefit from that.
Man, it's great. Like I'm still getting used to it, still getting new to it, but I feel like it's great that they actually decided to do that. Let these athletes get money off their name, image, and likeness. Because like you said, like we getting taken care of, but I feel like you should get your money whatever you worth, you should get it though. But yeah, the NIL stuff cool. I'm still trying to branch out and do more stuff and get stuff done before the season start. But yeah, I'm looking into doing more NIL so I can make a little extra money, man, on the side while I'm in college.
You got to make sure and reach out to him, PJ, and tell him, look, I love what I do at Florida. I love what Florida do for me. But once again, I'm from the West. I want them to see me out there. Like, can y'all do something for me out there to where I'm doing a PJ Austin event? Because let's call it what it is, PJ. You've seen a lot of cats that can run. You've seen a lot of cats that were talented. But that don't mean they're going to make it. And it ain't because of the talent. It's like, look, man, it's only so many slots. Right. And the thing is, you like, look, man, I feel the slot of Arizona, wanting to move on. Now I'm feeling the slot of Florida. Sometimes what you take it back to the West is just hope to be able to say, look, fellas, young ladies, young men, y'all might not make it in my sport, but I want to show y'all, man, there's something better out there for you. And and home is always going to be waiting for you. I mean, have you ever thought of, because I know when you're young, man, you try to say, look, man, I'm trying to get as much money as I can for as many opportunities. I'm trying to burn up this track. I'm trying to burn up, when I get out here in the long jump, but make sure you go to Eddie and those guys or whomever help you guys and say, listen, being told me, how can y'all help me do something? Because the last time certain people saw me is when I left my mama's crib. I went to Arizona, they didn't see me. I'm in Florida. I want them to say, hey, man, I'm good. I'm healthy, but I'm trying to bring something to y'all so y'all can realize PJ Austin, the man, is much bigger than PJ Austin, the runner, or the track star. You get to show them both.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely want to do something like that, give back to the community, show the people out there in South Central that, it's bigger than just what goes on around South Central and other parts of LA. You can really make it or do whatever you really want to do. So, yeah, it's good to show little kids like that, somebody from where they from made it. So I definitely want to do an event later on in life for sure.
What do you miss? What do you miss the most about home?
Ooh. Certain I'm gonna say certain food spots and the beaches. I know y'all got beaches out here. I've been to like one of them or two of them, but it ain't like Cali beaches. I'll probably say the food though. Food spots the most. Y'all got good food out here too, but it's something about like them food spots back home. They never gonna fail.
What is it about the East Coast culture that's so much different than the West Coast culture?
I don't know. It's just like a whole different vibe out here. People talk different. You use different lingos, but I really don't know. It's just I don't know. You just got to go to both sides to really tell. But it's not that much different though. It's just one all the way on the east, one all the way on the because they both states on the edge of the map. So it ain't too much different. Like we both got beaches. We both a big state. It's just like the culture. I'll say what people wear. The music, and yeah, that's probably really it. People wear different styles. They be seeing me wear clothes, and they like, hey, I'm like back home. This fly though. This fit fly, and they was like, I remember I said that to somebody. They said fly. I said, oh, that's that's our little lingo. That's something like fresh and stuff. I'm just stuff like that. But yeah, though it is a different culture though. But you just gotta go to both sides to really see the difference for real.
All right, PJ. I know you from. I mean, listen, man. You from SoCal. I know ideas about them pro teams, not necessarily baseball, but I mean Clippers or Lakers.
Lakers for sure. No Clippers.
Hey, I like how you go. Whoa. It's Lakers all day, man. I mean, sorry, nothing. Well, I gotta ask though. Even though they just got back, man. Chargers or Rams?
Rams.
So you got the Rams. You got the Lakers. Is it true though? Because I always want to ask you. You're a Southern California kid.
Yeah.
LA is so big, right? It's so big.
Yeah.
What's the likely? Obviously, you've never seen all of LA. It's just too big.
Right.
But is it really true, man? Because it's such a big city that celebs, you may bump into a celeb strictly because, look, man, we know he a star, but everybody becomes everybody out here because you got movie stars, you got football stars, baseball stars, basketball stars. What is the likelihood of you in your hood, or when you in the valley or wherever, and you just see LeBron or you just see Kawhi, you go, or you see Aaron Donald, you say, well, that's Aaron Donald right there, because it seems like it's so many stars out there. Right. USC, UCLA, y'all kind of cancel each other out.
Yeah, no, it is really likely that you will run into somebody like a celebrity. You probably run into them at the grocery store, and you like, is that who I think it is? And then like it really is, and then you probably be starstruck or something. But yeah, that's kind of normal though. Like when people see somebody, they don't like go up and running up to them, like they might ask them for a picture, but they don't just go running like, oh my gosh, it's really. Because like they don't really expect to see people, but they know that's a possibility. But yeah, it is crowded. It is big and it's crowded out there, so you might bump into somebody. Traffic is bad. Traffic is we got the worst traffic. I don't know how it is out here yet, but yeah, it's big though. Yeah, you're gonna run into somebody though.
Talking with PJ Austin, 60 meter. Well, I want to say 60 meters short in there. 100 meters short in there, 4x1 meters short in there, long jump short in there, but he represent the West. Listen, Mike Holloway, you think you slick. I want a cat that got swag, and I want a cat that's fast. That's what he says. I'm looking for a cat with swag. I'm looking for a cat that's fast. PJ Austin, what? Swag, he got it. Fast, he got it. He can jump out the gym. Listen, and he got dreads, which means he gonna fit right into Florida, because Florida is home of the dread heads. So they're gonna be like, listen, he gonna look like he's from FLA, but he gonna start talking, and the ladies gonna say, who is that on PJ? and that's Jai after the P for you don't know. But PJ, man, before I let you out of here, man, you done it. Like a lot of times you growing up playing basketball, playing football, running track. Most kids, they ain't gonna make it. And like I said, it's a numbers game. You've done it. Man, what are you most proud of at this point?
Just how far I come, really, though. I didn't really expect to be D1 college athlete growing up. Like I wanted to, but I had to look at the reality point. But yeah, I'm just proud of myself, man, how far I came, all the times I wanted to give up, all the injuries, I just kept pushing through, and it made me who I am today. And I'm looking forward to what I'm gonna do in the future as well, though.
And finally, PJ, man, I mean, once again, I appreciate you taking the time today. I appreciate you just being who you are, but we kept talking about the youngest, man. Even though you young yourself, there's a lot of young ones still. They said, but I want to be like PJ. People that grow up where you grew up. It's like, I like the fact that y'all come from certain neighborhoods. No, I can tell you who live in this house right here. No, I can tell you who live in that house right there, because y'all grew up. It's people in Southern California repping the Florida Gators strictly because of you. You know, and so what would you say to them? Because at the end of the day, man, you inspire hope. You a role model. You somebody to look up to, whether you choose to accept it, which I know you do. But what do you say to the ones that still looking up to you?
Man, keep going, man. You know, when you chasing your dream, never stop. There's gonna be people in your corner or random people you don't know telling you're not gonna make it, or you know you thinking too crazy, you thinking too big. Man, tell them people shut up and just keep going. You know, be yourself. You know, rep where you from, and never stop chasing your dream or whatever you want to do in life, because you can do it.
He is PJ Austin. I am being true. This is 84 Reasons. No games, no gimmicks. Just his reasons. And he just said it, man. Tell the people to shut up. They just mad. Listen, they mad at you because they ain't you. And guess what? Stop being lame. It's in our veins.
All right.